from Diamond Select Toys, we've got AEW Minimates. We actually have two Vinimates, whatever that is. A Sting, which was a New York 2022 exclusive. Gotta love the Stinger, recently retired. This one comes in his CM Punk inspired gear where he teamed with Sting in was it the Coliseum, I think? Something like that. And also another exclusive, this one is Britt Baker, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. Vinimates. These feel like they're made of wood, by the way. Convention exclusive 2023. So they're cool. They're limited apparently, but they don't feel movable at all just on the pack, and they're not in question. So we're going to set them to the side because we're going to focus on the main line of the Minimates here. And we have the Young Bucks in their heel personas here in this pack. We got a kendo stick. We got a chair for when they run into CM Punk's locker room and he whoops their ass. So that's always going to come in handy. Some extra arms. So if you want them to be in ring gear or street clothes, kendo stick. Let me see how they look there. They actually have little stands to stand on as well. Well, we'll check these out in a minute, as these are the EVPs of AEW Wrestling, the Young Bucks. But the cool thing here is these little box sets here. There's two sets here. I believe this was like the second one, but nonetheless. Orange Cassidy, John Moxley, Hangman Adam Page, and Adam Cole. An extra torso for Orange there if you don't want him in his street gear. A chair. Their profiles are on the side there, as you can see. The cartoons look like who they're supposed to look like, but for some reason, if you look at Hangman there, he kind of don't look as much like himself for some reason, but we'll check that out more in a minute. There's a little action shot of the back there, advertising the first set there that we have. These are 2 inches tall, it says. Features interchangeable parts, fully posable, as there's a dog outside screaming for some reason. The neighbors need to handle that. But back to the first set of mini mates here. This one has the only female in the whole set so far, Dr. Britt Baker, as we have Britt Baker, CM Punk, who is now in WWE, Chris Jericho, and Kenny Omega. This one comes with a table and chair and stands for all the figures. So, hey, with that being said, let's get them out there and let's take a look at them. These things are definitely different. In the first set here, we actually have the dog collar that CM Punk wore when he wrestled MJF. We got a barbed wire bat. We got a chair. We got the table. We got Kenny. And we've got Jericho. There's a little bit of a look at what the back looks like. The details on these are pretty good, as we'll show you in a minute. But yeah, these things, they look like Lego people, but obviously I guess they have more playability. This is what the other ones look like when we take them a little bit more revealed here. We've got the ladder, we got the torso, we got the extra arms, we've got a baseball bat, and we got a chair, we got a kendo stick. So these things are definitely loaded to have your own little TLC or weapons match with them. Although I think Moxley's got a little too much hair, but that's neither here nor there. There is a ring that comes with like an Excalibur set, so that ring would be pretty cool with this right here. And here we have the Young Bucks. Obviously, their packaging is a little more permanent when you tear it out of that because they don't really have a resealable thing going. But they have a kendo stick, they have a chair, they have arms. So let's just see what they look like when you get them completely out of their packaging. So I'll say this much: they're more movable than you would think they are. They got that kind of movement. They've got some knee movement. The waist moves. The arms pop off really easy, which I guess that's good in this case, considering the fact that you can change out the entire arm and take the jacket off, as you can see. The heads, well, feels like everything could just pop off kind of easy if you add a little bit more force to it. So definitely a Lego feel. If you're going to set up the Bucks for their super kick, I guess that's about as far as you're going to get with it. But that's not bad as far as movement goes. So these things are all going to be a little stiff. Things are going to pop off kind of easy. Not sure how much durability you get, playability you get with it, considering the fact kids would probably want to play with this. But see, if you lift up enough, that arm just pops right off. So, yeah, probably good for posing, maybe a little mild play. Obviously, You ain't going to want to get too rough with these, but I can see where kids would like having just because you get multiple figures together. So, and hey, for what it is, it definitely looks like who they're supposed to look like. As you can see here, everything pretty well pops out and in on these figures to make them interchangeable. The hands pop off, or the arms to pop off. You can just pop the little weapons in place. You can do that if you want the Bucks in ring gear, or if you want them just in their entrance gear, you can keep them this way and still have them hold the weapons. Now, things feel a little fragile sometimes, like you could probably be worried that these things are going to break, but maybe not. Well, the hand popped off, so I don't know how much playability you're going to get before things go bad, but yeah, you know. Well, hold on. Let's do a standing moonsault. Well, he missed, but yeah, these things, besides the hand popping off, seem like they might stay together pretty easily. Yeah, the hand's the only casualty so far out of this. Of my favorite wrestlers in the world is CM Punk, and one of the coolest things about this is you can see they kind of went all in on the tattoos. He has a cobra tattoo from G.I. Joe on the side there. This one here is done in a way that they don't get sued. Pepsi tattoo is also done the same way, although this time around it may have probably the closest thing to the actual Pepsi tattoo that most toys and stuff go. Jericho, never really cared much for Jericho, but hey, his tattoos are also represented here. He has a Jason tattoo on one of his arms, but that one is sort of represented, sort of not. So, yeah, details are here. So, love these figures or hate these figures. They're at least doing a good job of trying to make them look like who they need to look like. Cool thing about these, you can have Punk's chain there. You can take the table, place it together, take little Kenny Omega, and have him, crash right through the table. So, kids should love this stuff. I mean, and who doesn't love Kenny Omega? So, the more the better with stuff like that, especially with the gear here. This is some really cool Kenny Omega gear. He can jump, well, Punk no sold it, but he can jump at people, and nothing's falling apart. Nothing's, well, I suck with one hand here, but nothing's coming loose. But yeah, these things are not too shabby. Only female in the set is Britt Baker, so she's going to live kind of a lonely life until they get more female characters. But at least she's got her glove on one hand for her finishing move, the lockjaw. So, hey, she's the first, so maybe they'll get more. Unless you want to do the cool independent wrestling thing these days and just have her wrestling the other guys, which, it's not out of the question. There's the Elite. There is Punk and Jericho, and you can just lay Britt Baker on the table. And yeah, these things, not too bad. Overall, the AEW Minimates are pretty fun. As long as you don't lose any of the small parts that might pop up in the process of playing with them, especially the Orange Cassidy. That's pretty cool. Details are better than you might think they would be. Um, they have the weapon signature things that they're known for. Very posable. You can play around with them. So yeah, kids might love them. You might want to just put them on a desk somewhere. But these are from Diamond Select Toys. They're available now. And hey, if you think this is something you're gonna love, give them a try.